good if I do like a dry rev or two in there?
All you want, let's sing.
Your favorite thing about sleeper tuning?
Family operator. My name is Martin Sorrentino. I'm Kristen's brother and Edgar's, I guess, brother-in-law now. This is my 03 350Z. I bought this car from my pops, I don't know how long ago. After 300ZXs, RX-7s, Supras, it's just, I love these things. Truly, again, poor man's Porsche. Ed has built this car from the ground up. Hands down, every single thing that's been done to it has come with either his advice or his skill and his hands-on.
Yeah. Come out the bolts?
Yeah, they're coming out.
Are you going to unthread the bolts or no?
Forged bottom end, slight cam, and then a single turbo kit. It's running the GTX 35. 15-inch slick, still got a CB09 trans. I just recently went to an X-Clutch. I've been a Geiken fan my entire life. Now the X-Clutch kind of made the car a lot more streetable. It feels like stock. It's really soft. Somehow it holds the power. I'm not really sure how that works. Cool. What else?
What is your favorite thing about the car?
Favorite thing about this car particularly, you just don't see Z's make power. Nobody seems to do it. They're either drift cars or ragged out with flame tunes or just kind of destroyed and disheveled. This one's, there's a lot of sentimental value behind it too, with, again, it being my dad's car. It's kind of, I had a 99 Eclipse, he had a 300ZX. I got the 300ZX from him, and he bought this, and this is kind of where the projects kind of started, and then went way out of control.
How long have you owned the car?
Shit, I've owned this car since before I moved to South Carolina. And I think I moved here when I was like 22, I'm 30 now, so maybe 8 years, 7, 8 years, somewhere in that range.
Do you have any future plans for the car?
Yeah, so future plans going to be a flame kit and a whole bunch of bullshit we're never going to use. I'm kidding. But standalone ECU is going to be big. Flex fuel is going to be really big. And then I think we're going to have to do wrist pins, obviously injectors, fuel pumps. That's hopefully a this winter project. I'm just not sure on it. I know the axle will take it. The trans should take it. The drive shaft's probably not going to take it.
What kind of horsepower are you putting out if you're willing to share? And what is your end goal with horsepower?
Every dyno is a little different. Every car is a little different on how it puts it down. This car, I think last it was dynoed here in South Carolina. It was like 102 degrees and it made 660. And that's wheel. I would say we're probably close to the 680 mark on like a cooler day. This car doesn't really see much time in the summer anyways. Realistically, end goal, I would love to break 1,000, and then the second I break it, we're just kind of bringing it right back down. 1,000 is just overkill for the street, especially in a car with such a short wheelbase, and it hardly hooks up now until third or fourth, so it's kind of a waste of power. Also, everybody that asked about this hood. You cannot buy this hood. This was cut in my kitchen with a Dremel and a vacuum.
Whose car's faster, yours or Kristen's?
Oh, Kristen kills me. Yeah. There's no doubt. She's got no weight. A little 240 with like same horsepower, I think probably insane. I won't drive it. It's just that simple.
Who's a better driver, you or Kristen?
No, smoke her every single day. I could talk about the car, how great the car is. Car makes plenty of power, at least for a street car. It's on 50-inch slicks, but realistically, the build wouldn't be possible without Ed and Kristen over at Super Tuning. For instance, their knowledge is incredible. So I've been an OS Geiken fan for my entire life. I've always ran their clutches. I love them. They have convinced me to go to an X clutch, and thank God, because the car drives like stock. But that, new trans, drive shaft got some work done. Just some minor things, you know, basic upkeep was really kind of lacking on my end. It's totally my fault.
Yeah. But like it's fucking weird. You see what I mean? It's like it's weird that it's like that. I don't know.
Fuck? How? What is this?
It probably literally has custom to fit.
Custom.
That's what happens when you buy a turbo kit like that. You know what I mean? It's like, well, I mean, it doesn't help too. The ZQs don't have a lot of space, you know.
Wow, what's all that? Is that oil?
What, the
water?
cracking or the water? Oh, that's just like oil.
Is
I
it
think,
water?
and moisture.
Or is
Yeah,
it oil?
that's like condensation.
Flex joint is busted and blown the hell out.
Well, that we've seen.
Another crack.
But the cracks, yeah.
Moving on the back side, yep. Crack right there. Over here too. Cracked.
All right, so how many years do you get out of this? Crack, crack, crackety crack, crackety 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 crack.
These pipes are smoking crack.
Cool. All right, Martin. Cheeks.
It's all rotted away. This part's all stainless, but
all
this
that
is definitely
flaming.
not.
Oh, I'm flame mapping. No, that's probably China.
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 Yeah, that might not be a crack. I mean, it looks like it is, but it's kind of like a straight
It's
crack.
like a
Like
chip.
a straight crack. But the teeth are so worn the hell out. On the hub. They've got fat ridges on the leading edge. I'm getting beat the fuck up so bad. But the wear on the discs look all right.
Oh, it's a good clutch.
But it's just they're just all
Well
them
used.
no lift shifts and rolling anyway.
All them launches. Shiny.
Like it doesn't look horrible.
No, it's a
Some
little
hot spots.
A little hot.
But I could still see like the machining grooves in them.
What is this clutch?
OS Geiken triple,
And it's been used and abused for how many years?
12 years.
With not being rebuilt.
Yeah.
So, it's a very stiff clutch.
Thing's seen a stock motor and a built motor.
And a lot of stalling.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh fuck. The fucking. What? Yo, look at this fucking
What is...
pilot bushing. It must have tried to seize to the input shaft, and then. You know what I thought? I thought this trans was hard to get off too.
It was gripping.
That shit must have pulled the bearing with it.
Damn.
Wait, where is the trans?
Right here. Yeah, you can see where this shit got hot. You see it's like green on the nose
yeah.
of the input shaft. I thought I felt weird getting it off. I was like, man, I have to like pry it off so hard. Like sometimes they get caught up on the dowel pins or whatever, but like, oh, the dowel pins in the. Oh my fucking Christ!
Tell me what happened before the wind
The trans was put on with no dowel pins, which is a problem because then that means the trans
was pulling.
could have not been dead center to the engine, and that's why.
Why were there no dowel pins?
Because the last person to put the trans on put it on with no dowel pins.
I feel like that was my brother.
No, I know who that
Didn't he
was.
switch the trans?
Yeah, but your brother didn't do dirty shit.
But just from an aspect of a shop, to have honest pricing, know what I'm going to pay. Obviously, there's some deviation with certain, prices and the tariffs have changed. But when I walk into a place, I want it to kind of look more or less like this, where it's clean. I know where things go. They know where things go. I don't have to worry about, we could do it, we could try it. They're going to do it their way, and they know what they're doing, and that's what I'll pay for every single time. I can't recommend them enough. They've done excellent work. I mean, they have a limited street for World Cup Finals last year, and they still take on measly little street cars, which is amazing. But thank you guys. Really appreciate Sleeper tuning. Chris and Ed do a phenomenal job. Thank you so much. A lot of big companies are going to go, oh, we're family owned, we're family operated. The level at which they truly treat their people like family, and it's not coming just from me, even though I am family. You go there on any of their customer appreciation days, or you're just in there hanging out, talking to them, they know their clients. They'll take care of them. They honestly do have what's best in the client's mind, or in their best interest there. Just a little bit of backstory, which I think people might find funny. Kristen met Ed through me, had the nerve to ask me if I'd be okay with her dating one of my best friends. I basically just told her you're going to do what you're going to do and let it kind of be from that aspect. But it's turned out to be great, so I'm not mad.
It's been here for a minute. He's had to wait more than anybody. We've actually had this car for a very long time.
See this old turd.
We'll just roll, or I gotta start off.
Oh, we should roll. Hold on, let me get the board.
You know you want a starter.
Oh god, the gauges sound like they're gonna explode.
Where's my Subi? Oh, all the way back there. You ready?
That thing's kind of nasty.
See you get up.
No.
Go ahead, get up. Look at your, How is that in the ground so far, dude?
I don't know. It just like went right through. I am that fat, that's how it
You're just
happened.
gonna chill like that?
Yeah, comfy.
Yeah. Yeah. Just Ash.
Ash. Look at all that ash. I'm about to give you something to fucking drop out of your hands.
I did.
Oh shit.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
Trying to set the world on fire!
What the fuck? The fuck is this? There's a fucking hole in the floor.
I swear to God, yo, that's like straight off the fucking.
It looks so tiny.
Like straight out of China.